Sophie Birenbaum has always dreamed of standing under the spotlight. A passionate theater student, Sophie is thrilled when she lands the lead role of Jenna in her high school's production of Waitress. For Sophie, this should be the happiest moment of her life. But just before her big opportunity begins, everything changes. Sophie accidentally discovers that her mother's cancer has returned. Suddenly, the excitement of getting the lead role is mixed with fear, confusion, and heartbreak. Her mother, Elizabeth, tries to protect Sophie from the truth, refusing to let her illness destroy her daughter's biggest opportunity. But Sophie can tell that something is wrong. While preparing for the musical, she struggles to concentrate. Rehearsals continue, friendships become complicated, and Sophie watches the people around her move forward with their lives, while her own world feels increasingly uncertain. Her best friends are also entering a new stage of adolescence, dealing with crushes, relationships, and the excitement of growing up. For Sophie, however, growing up suddenly means confronting the possibility of losing someone she loves. Instead of running away from the situation, Sophie slowly realizes that her mother doesn't want her to stop living. She wants Sophie to continue pursuing the things that make her happy. And that lesson begins changing the way Sophie sees everything. The stage becomes more than a place where she performs. It becomes a place where she can express feelings she doesn't know how to say out loud. As opening night approaches, Sophie is forced to confront her fears. She realizes that life isn't about waiting for everything to become perfect. Sometimes, happiness exists alongside sadness. Sometimes, you have to appreciate a moment precisely because you know it won't last forever. Finally, Sophie steps onto the stage. With her family watching, she gives the performance she has been preparing for. And when she performs, "She Used to Be Mine," the emotional meaning behind the song becomes impossible to ignore. Sophie isn't simply playing a character anymore. She's expressing everything she has been feeling about her mother, her family, and the uncertain future ahead. By the end, Sophie understands that she cannot control what happens next, but she can choose how she lives the time she has. And that becomes the most important lesson of her journey. Don't wait for life to become perfect before you start living it, because sometimes the most painful moments can also teach us how precious life really is.